Hey guys, what is up? This is Caleb, and I'm here showing you a money making guide. As you can see, I just walked through that door, so basically that's where you start out. Make sure you have a drama staff equipped, and today we'll be catching implings. And so, to catch implings, you're going to need one of two skill levels. You're going to need either a minimum of 80 hunter to catch dragon implings, or 88 to catch kinglies. And so, you'll head into Zarnus. I'll show you where the bank is. You will want to bank right over here. This building right there is the bank. So that's where you'll be banking your imps. And so other requirements. You're gonna need a hunter potion if you don't have the right hunter level. Runes or rune natures and a mud staff for snare or entangle. And I bring a mud staff if I can afford it, but I'm just starting back from scratch because I kind of lost everything. And then you'll be teleported here. This is the crop circle, whatever you call it. Oh, and then alright, since this is guys here, let me tell you something to start out with. You're going to, whenever you see a high level like that, it is worth your time to just log off and hop to a different world. Because chances are they're Asian, Chinese gold farmers that have already caught any good imps that might be on the world, so lobby. And so my way of catching imps that I make at 90, catching kinglies and dragons and all that, I make maybe upwards of, not skill, don't have that total, but upwards of about 1.5 mil at least per hour. So it is one of the better money making methods. How I do it is first of all, you should know exactly what implings look like. This will help you out tremendously. You're going to want to have your settings on maximum camera distance so you can see the most implings. So I have maximum camera distance, and everything's on HD. Get to know your hotkeys. That's the key. Knowing your hotkeys is just, it's essential to switching in back and forth to catch imps quickly, because you're gonna have to, if you're using a mud staff, you have to switch in between mud staffs and your butterfly net, and it gives you an extra inventory space. And so I like to use mud staffs, but that's just my personal preference. And so as you can see, I'm just running around. You always start in one of those upper two corners, because that's usually where rares will spawn, so you have a better chance of just logging back on there. And so basically you run around full loop, scanning for any implings, rotating camera as necessary. And then I know a lot of people who do this ask, well, what exactly am I supposed to do? Like, what imps do I catch, or when do I catch them? And here's kind of my rule of thumb that I use. I catch, starting from the lowest, about magpies, ninjas, zombie imps, and dragons and kinglies. Prices for each of them as of right now, and they won't change because they haven't changed in forever, is kinglies are 410k, dragons 330k, magpies and ninjas 18k, and zombies are 18k. So I mean, full inventory on average I get about 1 to 2 mil. The most I've ever gotten in an inventory, I believe, was 3 mil, and that was just ridiculous. It took me a while to catch them all, but you know. And so expect, if you're good at this and know exactly what you're doing and you've had some practice, expect 2 to 3 rare implings an hour, and by rare I mean kingly or dragon. And basically the whole idea for me when I do this is speed runs. You want to run through the world as fast as possible while looking at every single imp. And then you're going to want to entangle the imp whenever it's convenient. Now, if, let's say, a zombie's out there, a zombie magpie or anything else is like way out of your reach and it'll take you like a minute to get to it, then go. But if it's like right there. Usually within just one, sometimes two maybe if you just want to. You grab it, and then if it just gives you too much trouble, just forget about it. That's that. And so basically with this is some people are like, wait, why? I mean, those implings are 18, 20k, why would you just give up on that? Because the key to finding 3 to 4 rare implings an hour is hopping worlds as much as possible. That is the key, because you don't want to stand. How the minigame is supposed to be played is every 45 minutes to an hour, a king and dragon will spawn in every single world. Now, the key to this is you're not just going to sit in one world and wait for it to spawn. You can force it to spawn by hunting natures and above, and that'll spawn those, kind of have a better chance of spawning those. But it only doesn't do much for you. Maybe it knocks off 5 minutes of their spawn rate. So just run around, hot worlds, and snare and catch whenever they're convenient. And so whenever I run around, just a little tip, I usually have snare ready whenever I go around a corner or anything, just because. And if you have competition, and you will have competition, you need to be ready to snare that impling immediately. Now, I can't stress this enough, is to make sure to bring your pots if you don't have 91 Hunter, because if I had $1 for every time I didn't bring a pot and I saw a Kingly or even 2 Kingleys on a world, and I had to go back and bank and lost them just because I didn't bring a potion and I missed out on a mill or 800k, not a very happy camper. And so yeah, and it's not really too boring. I usually listen to music, Skype with friends, and it's quite enjoyable, but that's just my honest opinion. Usually when I start on a world, I rest for a little bit and get most of my run back. Oh, would you look at that dragon impling? And so obviously dragon and kinglies, you're going to want to go out of your way every single time to get it. And so, but believe it or not, dragons are actually a lot rarer than kinglies. Sometimes you'll see more dragons, sometimes you see more kinglies, but if you're to use the rule of large numbers, for the most part you will see mainly kinglies. And these don't have to pot up, but it's annoying. And these are quite tough to catch, because they're not tough, but it just takes them a while and you have to follow them around for a little bit. And I'm not 90 Hunter, and I fail a lot, and so just to give you a price check, so I guess that they told you that they were 330k. I haven't price checked them or anything. There you go, 334k. As of the past year, the prices haven't changed at all. I mean, when Kinglies first came out, they were market price or their market value was 2 mil. Their street value was closer to 5 mil. There's a place called Moss the Harmless where it would only spawn natures and above, and because of that you could go there, catch maybe 4 or 5 Kinglies an hour, and you were making 10 to 20 mil an hour. And so yeah, that's pretty much that, and I will be right back, but I will resume this video shortly.